Welcome, everybody. This is your girl Erica from the Classic Climb blog, and we are entering dangerous internet times. You guys are going to learn today. Stop being all over this internet acting crazy. Now, listen, if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Erica Williams. I'm the author of Smartphone Millionaire book. I invest in people, businesses, and real estate from the palm of your hands. I come from a family who, one, lots of military service, lots of cops, lots of real estate, lots of boring businesses that steady and consistent. I just finished coming back from speaking in Panama City, Panama, and we will be going back to Panama October 13th through 15th. Woo, y'all. It's about to get wild. So get in here, put your city and state in here. Listen, we've got 38 days to the boat party, August 19th and 20th. August 23rd is our last official live stream day. We go on break till December 3rd. But in the meantime, baby, we will be out and about. You can catch us out in the real world, offline on the real world, where many of y'all should be, and where I have made many a connection. So anyway, long story short, October 13th through 15th, we'll be going back to Panama. We will basically get you guys in, eat some Wagyu steak on a rooftop, go travel, visit multiple properties. You actually can do a deal separate of me, no deals with me whatsoever. Let me make that clear. It's completely independent with the developer. Last event I just came from, people were dropping $3,000, $5,000, dropping it in there and getting their self access to properties from $50,000 to $1 million. Okay, so look, that's in October. November is either going to be Belize or Puerto Rico, and December is going to be Mexico. So if you know, you know, okay? For the girls who get it, get it. The girls who don't, okay? We're going to be out and about. And then again, September 10th and 11th, we will be in Clearwater, Florida for Andy Buys Houses Boot Camp. Hopefully, maybe some of y'all will be able to see some of our projects this boot camp around in that region. Another event we have, I think, is in LA. I think, I'm not certain yet, between the time of Vid Summit, which is the last week of September. But anyway, there's a lot going on, but we'll be on offline and we'll be taking some breaks because we have family emergencies, and it's just that time of year to take a break, to go overseas, to leave, to relax. A lot of y'all don't understand that more money is made offline than it is online at times, depending on what you're doing. Okay, so listen, let's go here. Let's start it out. Okay, y'all know the title. Okay, you'll see what we're talking about. We're hitting a very hot topic out here in Texas. If you don't realize, in Texas, Florida, the Southeast, there's a lot of billboards and signs going, credit repair, go to our office, call our 1-800 number. And it's opening the door to a lot of trouble. Now, some people gonna blame him 500, but I want to blame all the internet. But before I get into that juicy conversation, let me open it up. Make sure you drop your city and state in their chat and hit the like button. Let me go ahead and sauce you up how I want to. Now, there was a sermon I posted in the community tab. People are like, why are you posting sermons? I said, because he had some very critical, great talking points. Some sermons are almost like motivational speaking. And he said there's two things about men and women. Women, when they get into a relationship or they get married, getting married, it's like, it's the beginning. We're going to buy a house. We're going to have kids. We're going to travel. We're going to live an amazing life. Men look at marriage as, whew, well, I done did everything else out here. Guess it's time to get comfortable. Do a bunch of nothing. So you've already got two different mindsets going into one venture, one union, which is why you have some of the problems you see out here in this internet world. Another example of that is there is a great natural homeopathic woman who's earthy with dreadlocks. I love her. Let me not get it twisted. I'm not talking about Surviving Beauty. I'm talking about another lady. Her and her dude look like the kind of young mulatto black people that don't take a lot of baths. You know, all earthy, no baths, no showers, not washing their hair. And all of a sudden, the pandemic happened. She got pregnant and she got serious. All of a sudden, life isn't this hippy dippy, let's travel in a van life joke anymore. And you could tell he didn't like that. Right? She's blowing up on the internet. He's staying stagnant. Now, whatever internet BS they want to say out loud is, oh, the baby and the baby changes things. Homeboy is one of them narcissistic folks who realize now this baby's here. I got to get my ass up and get a real job, or we got to make this internet thing do what it do. So that's what she did. Because moms all of a sudden go, I got a person I got to care for. I got a life that's depending on me to feed it. So now she done went up. Boom. She done went up. She done sold, I think, she just did a video talking about how she sold $30,000 in 16 days. Now, you may say, Erica, $30,000 in 16 days ain't shit. And you know I would say that. But for somebody who's a hippy-dippy person with roommates and a baby, this is great. $30,000 if they live their lifestyle really crunched down, because old boy so mad at her, he done moved into a trailer across town. That's how silly he is. And he supposed to be older than her. That's the silly part. And I see this stuff, and I see it every day. I see it on phone calls. I see it at conferences. I see it play out everyday life. When one person thinking it is the beginning, the other person thinks it's the end of their fun time. They're goofing off. And that's what I see out here on this YouTube. I'm not saying it's the end. I ain't saying it's the end for me. But I'm saying I know that some of y'all out here running out the gate talking crazy. Running out the gate slandering. Running out the gate going silly. You don't understand what is about to happen to you. Now, I'm going to go there. Y'all know y'all be like, you going for that man all the time. I'm not. I just want to be very clear. The FBI and the IRS, I have family members who are in the IRS. I have family members who are in the FBI. Just to make that clear before I start this conversation. They don't come for you the day you say something. You can say, hey, on Tuesday, Erica said this thing. The FBI gonna come get her, man. They about to come get her, man. It doesn't work like that. They sit back for years collecting data. Go watch American Greed. Go watch any of them American Greed shows. Them people been running for 10, 15, 20 years, and they just be sitting back watching them, collecting data. Oh, didn't you say you like young girls in 2011? Oh, we got you on data. Didn't you say you dated somebody underage this day? Gotcha. Didn't you say you drove over to that woman's house and they wait. Go watch the movie. And this is comedy. You can get a little laugh out of it. It's like Queen Pins. It's about the coupon lady. The girl used to be an Olympian. And she and her friend went and basically did this elaborate scam and got all these coupons and cost all these companies $100 million. All these grocery stores with this coupon scam where they were sending out all these coupons. In the end, guess how much jail time they got? Like 4 months. Because you're talking about levels of white collar crime versus blue collar crime, or what we would call poor man crimes. Poor man crimes are robbing gas stations, robbing liquor stores, breaking and entering, silly stuff, right? Okay. So what ends up happening is the government sits back for years and listens to you say ridiculousness. They just sit back like this. Yeah, keep on talking. Yeah, feds is watching. Yeah, we got them. Yeah, them dummies. That's somebody's job. It's called job security for one. So by the time, yeah, you saw it, Queen Pin. Did you see that? That's how eye-opening it should be, because they got one. The black girl didn't get no time. So they sitting back doing this. They collecting data. They sit in very boring offices in DC and all over the United States, honestly, because they have a lot of headquarters. One's in Dallas and Fort Worth. And all they doing is typing data, is collecting data. So by the time they come for you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, baby. They don't come get you. You don't say something silly on Tuesday and they come get you Thursday. That's not how this works. They sit back for years and let you rip and run as far as you can go so that they can snitch you up. Like, keep on going. Your dumb self. Get your dumb self out there. Keep on going. Keep on going, dummy. And that's what they do. Right? So they don't come quick because there's no need. Right? So when they told me Young Dro and all them young jocking them people they arrested in Atlanta, I said, ooh, honey, they would have had to catch me in Africa. They'd have had to catch me overseas. But see, they dumb. They out here in Atlanta thinking everything's good in the hood. Trust me, somebody in that chain of events could have gave him a heads up. He won't listen. Now, when he got pulled over, he had guns in the truck and they let him roll. Honey, that's what they did. That's what they did. They waited for it. They're like, when you got pulled over and you had guns in your vehicle and they didn't take you to jail and lock you up, you should have known right then and there, it's time to leave. Everybody pack a bag. Nobody, I'm a black man in Atlanta and I had a car full of guns and they didn't arrest me. That's the feds telling the local cops, get your rump from over there. That's all that is. So y'all don't understand. First of all, y'all don't understand how this stuff works. And again, America is very much set up for the average lazy person to do average lazy shit. That's why you hear these people crying about inflation. So a lady on live news, she's a redhead. CBC and Fox Business are known for hiring redhead financial people. They love it over there. She said, buck up. Buck up. She's tired of hearing it. We don't want to hear it anymore about you complaining about inflation. And I gave the example of there's $800 million they just took from children and women in food services in New York City to give it to a stadium. If you need another sign that they don't care about you, when New York has over 200,000 homeless people and about, I think, 12,000 homeless children on record, they don't care. Buck up is the term of 2022. Buck up because we don't care. There's a reason I'm getting off this internet, because some people see it as a beginning, some people see it as an end. Now, depending on what your business model is, this is an amazing place to be. YouTube is the place to be, hands down, long term. That's why all these mugs are running off Instagram and coming over here. That's why you see all these people like, oh, I can teach you how to do your Instagram, YouTube. When if I tell you hands down what I learned in some of these masterminds is these people have been juicing these channels since the beginning of time. They've been juicing their channels to 100,000 views, but let you look in their comment section, they only got 100 comments. Shit, I get 100 comments and my videos ain't that big. So do the math on there. Do the math. Do the math, okay? Why did I do Wealthy Wednesdays as a Pride Payment group? Because it's going to weed out who's serious. You come out here on YouTube and you're like, I got credit questions. I got questions. No, you don't. If you got real questions, drop the $25 for a month for the next 3 months. And so I'm bringing in hard money lenders, soft money lenders, capital partners, banking folks. Why? Because I want folks to get the information, right? The correct information. But I don't have time for people to be out here speaking loudly on the internet. This is the problem. The fact it remains that him 500 and this young lady, I'm going to say it because everybody's mad, but I'm going to say it. I've sat in more than 3 or 4 masterminds and conferences where white people have said the same exact tactics and techniques this girl is talking about on the internet. And they ain't interested. Now you're going to say, well, it's because of racism. It's because it's not fair. It's because, listen, it's because you're being too open and reckless out here on the YouTube. And out here trying to drop gems and go viral. F going viral, baby. When you figure out how to play this monopoly, you literally could just come off here. You literally could just go peace out. Y'all don't know how every day I'm like, once I figured out a couple pieces of the puzzle, I'm like, peace out. You're not going to get me out here. Now, yes, I'm getting to that, Atlanta. I'm getting to it. Is credit repair a legitimate thing? Yes, there's educational services with credit. Sometimes people have falsified information on their credit reports. Their data is not accurate. That is the truth. Okay? Now, what got her caught up is making falsified police reports. This is what got her caught up. Now, here's also what got her caught up. If I've made, now they're saying she's cost companies $3 million. Now, I don't know her credit repair services cost. Somebody could put it in here. But let's just say, hypothetically, each one of her clients is paying her $1,000. Let's say she made over $2 million. Okay? Again, I've already said that part. Damn, y'all not listening. You're so busy trying to type something you want to say. Be quiet and listen, or I time you out and block you. All right? I'm not playing with y'all today. I will block you out. Clem James, keep playing. You are on the block warning list. Anybody in here, any moderators in here, go ahead and put them on the timeout. All right, so let me continue. Let me please continue. What I'm telling you is, if you are on this internet thinking you are dropping gems with questionable information, what we call in the gray zone information, in the gray zone, you should not be on the internet talking about it. It should be behind a paid wall. But let's not get it twisted. Him 500 has stuff he said in his courses behind his paid wall that people have already put on the internet. And share, well, he said to do this. See, I got him on recording. Okay? Now, You cannot be out here on the internet thinking you're giving everyone the gems. What did I tell y'all about the Chrisleys? When the Chrisleys got caught up and they said, all right, we're going to file bankruptcy on this $30 million, immediately several banks just closed out their thing. They're like, no, we don't want to be included in it. We don't want to be included in this court case, this procedure, this law proceeding. We don't want to be included. Why did those banks pull out of that amount? Because it was 30 million, but if you look at it, court docket is only for 20 million. So $10 million is not accounted for. Why is that? Because those banks had gray area approvals. Now, what do I mean? I know somebody watching this, and the feds watching this now. Gray area is where you done went into the bank and Jim Bob saw you from yesterday. Oh, how you doing, Ricky Bob? Man, you know what? You need a micro loan. What is the definition of a micro loan? Anything under $50,000. Okay, but the average micro loan comes out to $13,000. Like I've been telling y'all for years, if you've actually taken my bank book class, you've actually taken these classes, you will see in the testimonial several people like, I went and did what you said, and I got $30,000 of grip. Yes, because honestly, when they don't see your face, the average micro loan is 30K, 15K to 30K. These banks are just like bloop, 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 bloop. It's almost rubber stamped. It's almost rubber stamped if you don't have major flags. Now somebody's gonna take this Erica stand. No. Let me be clear. Most of these banks are rubber stamping these documents, depending on whose authority and who's in the office. If you're here in Austin, Texas, some of these banks are so small, you will talk to the actual vice president and the president of the bank, and they can rubber stamp under 50,000 that day when you come into the bank. Now, this is a good thing and this is a bad thing. Where is it bad? The Chrisleys, who out here getting millions of dollars in loans to basically be over leveraged to the hill so they can't breathe. It's bad when you don't use it wisely. Let me explain. If Chrisley went to several of them banks and they just rubber stamped his documentation, which some of them did, they've already proved that in court. They did that. Oh, it's Chrisley. Okay, no problem. Rubber stamped it. They don't want to be caught up in government regulation going, why did you rubber stamp this loan? Why didn't you follow the regulations and guidelines of loans? Was there discrimination being had here? See, they don't want to answer them questions. So they kindly and quietly backed out because that would require their bank, regional person, their loan officers, and people in that branch to be noticed. Why? What's happening? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, where we should have our attention, not the other way, because that's what we're doing right now. We have our attention on individuals and not the actual institution. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, every damn year gets discrimination lawsuits every year and have to settle for millions of dollars where they keep repeatedly discriminating against Black people, white people, poor people, medium income people, shit, even rich Black people. Rich Black people came and applied for cash out refinance. I don't know why they went there, but they did. And they got denied. So what ends up happening is when you look at the institutions that are usually just rubber stamping people, why are they denying you? There's bias in the system. There's a bias in the system. So what ends up happening when there's bias in the system, you have all these people want to come on the internet and give you gems and do this and fill out this and sign this. And yeah, girl, finger snap. Cool. You telling all the gems. That's why I have no desire to be on this internet no more. And for several reasons, let me tell y'all, I am telling you, the way y'all are talking so reckless on this internet, this is why y'all could never be. The Italian gang mobsters would have took y'all out. The gangs would have took you from the 1950s, would have took you out early because you was running your mouth. Now, real life is like Monopoly, but we can't say that. The reason every day I keep telling y'all about tech jobs and people get mad about all these people talking about tech jobs and high income, right? Prime example. I watched an interview earlier about somebody, all these people from California being in Idaho. Boise, Idaho became #1 state for people to live in. Somebody look up Boise, Idaho houses, the cheapest house you can get Boise, Idaho. Somebody in here and tell me, because I'm in the car. I'm pretty sure I can look it up myself on my other phone. But The people are like, they're dumb leaving California. What if their boss fires them? What if their boss gets rid of them? They're stupid. They're going to have to move back to California. See all these people moving back to California? No, they were not. Unless your husband's a damn dummy, you will not need to move back to California. Let me explain why. If your husband is making, and Tam is in here, she can tell you the numbers. If your husband's making 150, 300,000, I know several people who are making $300,000 right here in Austin. Unless y'all are damn crackheads with a coke problem and a spending problem, you can knock out your debt in 1 or 2 years. So these people leave California where it's expensive. They go over here, right? They go over here to Boise, Idaho, and I'll try to pull it up how much a Boise, Idaho property is. Boise, Idaho, and get a $300,000 house, and they paying what, $2K? You know, mortgage, some bills. Maybe they pay $4K total months all their bills. The husband's making 12 to 15 grand a month. Okay, they left a high income tax state to a lower one. Okay, she said 365 for a 3.2. There you go, right? So that their mortgage ain't crazy. Now he's saving what, 8 grand a month? I'm just saying on the low end, a guy low end, 8 grand a month, 8 grand a month times, let's just say 10 months. $80,000 they saved by leaving California just on his income. We ain't counting her. We counting just him. Now, what they gonna do with that 80,000? This is what I'm trying to teach y'all something here. This is how people play Monopoly. I'm in several groups here. They go into an apartment syndication and they go, hey, I just want to be a limited liability partner. Here's 50K. Usually the number starts at 100 to 50K. 50K. The per person goes, okay, in 3 years we're gonna cash out, refinance this thing, and close you out. So we're gonna give you $1,000 every month until this deal is done. Now the wife's happy, he's happy. They got a little check coming in every month. It makes them feel good about their $50,000 investment. Because why? Does he have time as a very talented and smart engineer or whatever tech person to take his 50,000, go find a Midwest property to manage it and do all this stuff? No, they want the path of least resistance. This is why when you're on Bigger Pockets, they're usually talking to tech people. When you're talking about the fire movement, they're usually talking to tech people, right? That's who they're not talking to Jimmy Bob Thornton at HEB in the back loading up stacks. They're not talking to you. Now they have stuff on Bigger Pockets for those people, but out of 1 million people on Bigger Pockets, I would say about a high percentage of maybe 200,000, 300,000 are all tech people. All right. So now they're gonna take that money. They're gonna take that money and put it in a syndication. Now let's say he does that twice a year. He's got extra 2 grand coming in every month as a check. Maybe just for his wife, maybe just some house bills, keep it simple. What if he does that every year for the next 3 years? Okay, 2 houses, two investments, it's syndication investments a year. So he's getting 2 grand every month. And let's say he does it every year. So now he's got 6 grand coming in. In 3-year window, he's got 6 grand extra coming in every month. Oh, Erica, his job gonna fire him. Okay, well, if his job does fire him in 3 years. So what? He's got 6 grand coming in. And if you look at the timeline, 3 to 5 years, when they cash out, refi those properties or close out those deals, he will have his lump sum cash back in his pocket. You've almost got to be a damn dummy to not be able to win when you make a certain income. This is why people are so mad about the fire movement. Oh yeah, I'm on the fire movement. I'm retired. You were making $150,000 a year. You only had $30,000 in student loan debt left. Of course you retired. Right? This is why people don't like the fire movement, because they had 2 different movies, that fat fire movement and a skinny. Now listen, Mr. Money Mustache was notoriously known for the he lived off $27,000 a year, right? But it's because he owned his house. A lot of y'all missed that part of the journey. They own the property they live in. They ain't trying to rent somewhere and keep moving around renting. They own the property they live in. That's their only money, right? Owning a house is not always going to make you rich. It's just going to force you to save money. Best way to say that. It's going to force you to save money. It's the best way to say that. There you go. Dr. Idiot said, I have tons of friends left San Diego at $400K salary, moved to Texas with all kind of extra money. Exactly. Why do you think Grant Cardone left California and went to Florida and then went back to California and bought another house in San Diego? Because he just made the move where he could squeeze to make more money. So I said, as soon as I pay these student loans, I'm gone. Yeah. But I'm gonna just walk y'all through it, because I know some people are like, I got lost. If you got lost in the segment, that's okay. This is, and you're gonna say, how is this tie into this girl? I'm tying it to it because I want you to understand this is just monopoly. And when you understand this particular number, once you hit this number, you don't want to do all this wild ass schemes, G-Wagon bullshit. 46% of all car payments are underwater right now. So a bunch of people out here talking about G-Wagons and luxury cars, and the average luxury car payment right now is $1,000 a month. And these people ain't doing Turo. Okay, I know y'all was making fun of me. I said Torino, but they're not doing Turo right now. They're not doing a lot of things right now, unless they're in a major city like Miami, New York, Atlanta, Nashville. Your Turo business is not popping like that unless you're in those major cities. Now, let me just go ahead and give you this information. Let me finish practice. 100. So Todd Milley talks about one of the stocks. He posted a screenshot of it. He invested 150,000 into this particular Asian company stock that they have a 15% dividend yield, which is very risky. I know. Everybody, oh, it's risky. Yeah. We know. 15%. So he's getting $5,000 every quarter when they pay out their dividend. So you're talking about $20,000, right? $20,000 a year income. Now you may say that's not a lot, Erica. It isn't. Right? But imagine someone has that amount invested at $1 million. So let me just do that. Let me just do simple math for y'all really quick. I'm gonna make it as basic as I can. I don't want to lose y'all. $1 million at 10 to 20% returns a year is what? 100,000 to 200,000 a year. This is why you saw so many people in Hawaii cash out refi their home for around 1.5 million was the average cash out refinance in Hawaii. And they did what? They flew inland from Hawaii and say, where can I put this money in investments? That's Texas. That's the Midwest. That's what they did. They bought up homes in Texas, Midwest, and the coast, right? The edges. As long as they get 10 to 20% returns on that $1 million, it does not matter. Now you're going to say, well, Erica, I mean, what about, listen, if you got $1 million getting 10 to 20% returns, unless you're a straight fire crackhead, how are you burning through 100 to 200,000 a year? And this is not even people retired. This is just on top. You're not going to burn through it. That's why they always made the magical number $1 million for retirement, and you can always draw off it for the next 20 years. No. The name of the game is 10 to 20% returns. All right. Let's say you have 5 million at 10 to 20% returns. You're talking about $500,000 to $1 million a year every year coming to you. Depending on your tax-free, go read the book, tax-free wealth. This is why when a lot of people are arguing with me like, why don't you have this Bentley? Why don't you have this Range Rover? Why don't you have these cars? I said, because I'm building a fortress. There's a reason this girl got arrested. And you're going to say, because the police reports, Erica, you don't understand. You're not listening. No. Let me tell you why she got arrested. She did not build a fortress. What happens is sometimes y'all get in these silos on this internet. Y'all make all this internet content and BS content, and then you don't really step out and get what? Fortified. I had one attorney, he did something wrong. I went to the second attorney who specializes here in Austin on creating syndications, and he said, this paperwork is wrong. This spot is wrong. This needs to be changed. What ends up happening is you have to get with the people who know what they're doing to help protect you from what? Future attacks. Future attacks. You have to almost be building a fortress. This is why people say, why you ain't buying all these cars and crap? And no. I know the game. You need to build up. She needs to have at least 1, 2, 3 attorneys. If she had 3 different attorneys, and I'm not gonna go too deep because I already know what's gonna happen. She's in Houston. You're gonna act like I'm being hater. If she had those particular attorneys, they wouldn't have came to arrest her first. They would have went to the attorneys first, said, hey, old girl needs to give us an update on this. We've been getting these reports. She needs to give us an update today. Her attorney said, hold on, let me call her. Hey, get your ass out the house. Right? Like, not necessarily, but like, hey, you about to be arrested. Get yourself together. Get yourself gathered. Where your money at? Put my retainer out here. Put my information down. A, B, C, D, F, G. Right? Right? And the Texas comptroller kept calling my attorney said, hey, you need to go ahead and book your appointment down there at Texas comptroller and go on down there and do A, B, and C, and D. Oh, okay. Cool. I missed the call. Where'd you miss the call? It went to the office phone. Okay. Just checking. There's a reason. There's a reason she didn't have a fortress, right? You got to have a fortress. A lot of times when we make jokes about people having their business go to their house and all this other stuff, there's a reason. When you try to exactly do everything, there's a listen. Can I tell y'all something? Y'all stop the show. Listen, y'all, and it's the last time I'm gonna say it. Y'all are too damn smart to have bots messaging y'all and y'all think it's me. I'm not messaging none of y'all. I ain't calling you king. I ain't calling you queen. I ain't doing none of that shit. I ain't messaging you on Instagram. I'm an inbound leads person. That means you come to me. I'm not messaging y'all there. If you were following somebody and they scam you on Instagram, it's your own damn fault. Because y'all know damn well I ain't reached out to none of y'all. You know damn well I ain't reached out to not near one of y'all. I ain't calling you king. I ain't calling you queen. I ain't asking you shit online. I send people voice notes. Now y'all keep messing up the flow of the show. I will cop this show. Now damn it, I'm tired of it. Now, y'all know damn better than that. Y'all not that damn slow. Now y'all mamas must have dropped some of y'all in y'all head, but y'all know damn well I ain't calling y'all. Y'all know I ain't messaging y'all. How you doing, brother? How you doing, queen? You know I'm not doing that. People who have my office number can call my office number. People who know me know me. Why y'all got to stop? That's just dumb as hell. Y'all know that sound dumb as hell. Why would I call any of y'all? Come on, man. Y'all mess up the good flow of the show. I gotta stop taking a break. Yeah, spill the coffee. That's okay. That's all right. All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Get myself together. I'm back. Okay. Woo! All right. Let me get back. Oh, now where I was going with this is Monopoly is very simple. And why did I focus on the 100K play when I first met Jerome Martel in November 2021 and then I met you? Why did I do that? Because I knew from interviews, conversations that most people I saw in wholesaling in certain aspects were going into government contracts and new construction. Prime example, in Dallas right now, they have 600 houses in this community, all built to rent. So everybody in this neighborhood's a renter. Now, have you ever been in neighborhoods where some people own the house and some people rent? You can tell the difference in the yards. And the owners be like, you just a renter. You don't live here long term. A lot of that. Now, when you have a whole community full of renters, it's about to be a shit show. Why? Because renters don't take care of place. They leave it like junk. They don't have pride in themselves. There's a lot of reasons. Why is people out here building build to rent models? Because y'all think, well, these Airbnb people are going to lose their shirts. They're going to lose their money. They're going to be broke on the street. Nah, they're not. They're not. Build to rent is a real model. It's a real model that's been working for hundreds of years. What's going to happen is some people are going to be out here with build to rent. You and your cousin and Bobby and them, because y'all effing up the game right now with your repair. Y'all going to have stuff on your credit like fraud, on your personal records like fraud. You're going to have stuff out here forever on your record. And you will not be able to recover. You'll never be able to buy a house. If you did not notice the live we did with Andy, there was an Asian guy on there. That's right, I said Asian, building houses, and he was running out of money. What ended up happening? He had to go knock door to door to get more funding. Why? Because he has fraud when he was 60 years old. Now he's 33 and no bank will touch him. They be like, oh, baby, you got fraud. Nope. Sorry about you. And this is why I tell y'all out here playing these games on this internet and you're going to get stuff on your reports and your credit that you cannot expunge, that you cannot get away from, that will always follow you. But this is where creating abundance comes into. A lot of y'all trying to play this game of, I'm just trying to get some free credit cards, get some stuff. You need to be focused on sales. You need to be focused on production side of your money. You need to be focused on upskilling yourself. Okay? Because once you get Once you get that, okay, bye-bye. At the 10 to 20%, you don't care nothing about this. Prime example, Ty Lopez had that Asian kid on the show, and y'all did not listen to what he said. He had 107 LLCs and over, I think, 3 million in lines of credit. Right? Now, what did that mean? As long as he made that lines of credit get 10 to 20% returns on his money, hard money lending, investing, equity, all that stuff, it didn't matter. He couldn't outspend it. You see him flying on private jets, buying hookers, buying 20, 30 white girls out there at his house, all this crazy stuff. Can't outspend it as long as you're getting 20 to 20% on your returns on your bank. And this is why you see so many people that are in the course industry, bounce out of the course industry, sometimes come back, sometimes just be like, peace out. They don't have to, because you hit that number and you have to determine, is this your mission? Is this your purpose to be out here educating? If it's not, go be free. Go be free. Why they did that Dallas build to rent? Because they can hold those properties for 25 years and get, I mean, cash on cash on cash on cash. What beats everything right now? What's beats stocks? What beats bonds? What beats the stock market? What's beat cash on hand? Real estate. Apartments and real estate have beat stocks. They have beat cash on hand. I know somebody can be like, no, still beat all of it. No. Real estate, hands down. That's why when I talked on here on the internet and black people are like, no, don't buy houses. I do not trust you. You're an enemy of the state. When you live in this country and you know every day of the damn week that real estate is the number one way, it's beat stocks. It's beat cash on cash. It's beat bonds. It beat CDs. It beat everything. Money market accounts. It's beat everything. It's consistently gave people 10 to 20% returns. It's the reason your grandma live in the neighborhoods they live in. All of them renting. I don't trust anybody who's out here telling y'all, oh, no, real estate gonna fall. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why are they telling you that? Why are they promoting that to you? That's the same way when they promoted that jab. They promote that jab, but they don't promote loans. They don't promote great student opportunities. They don't promote degrees. Now they promote school, but they don't promote which degree. They know people have lack of exposure out here. So they see y'all, they gonna pluck off about good 20. Don't worry. Because right now the CFPB and the credit unions ain't got nothing left to do but pluck off people who out here being reckless. So listen, make it clear. Don't be on this internet. The holy grail of stuff you can't talk about on this internet is sex, money. I mean particularly like credit related. And if you don't believe me, go look up Kevin Trudeau. He went to jail for his books, but really the book he went to jail for, which they'll never really say it, is his debt cures. Where if you read a lot of these contracts, as long as you were paying $100, they couldn't foreclose on your house. They couldn't take your stuff. They couldn't take your credit cards. They couldn't close your account as long as you were attempting to pay. According to some insiders, that costed those industries billions of dollars because people are like, well, shit, I got $100. When something that's up here knowledge becomes common knowledge, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. When you see everybody running right, you need to go left. One of the easiest ways to get famous on this internet is talking credit and credit cards. Look how many, don't believe me, go log into your computer, just type in credit cards and look at the countless YouTube channels on it. Millions of YouTube channels on it. Millions of YouTube channels on stocks. Not all these people have to prove to you they have money. This is why I tell you, this channel, I tell y'all, like, no matter what nobody says about me, ever, everything I've had to say, I've had to put my money or my name or my social security on the line for it. So no matter what anybody thinks of me or tries to come back and say about me, honey, I had to put my name on the line. I had to put my reputation on the line. That's why when I figured out the number, let me hit this mill off these two properties and have 10 to 20% returns forever, I could care less. I know y'all think I'm being harsh, but I could care less. All right, I'm telling you about Panama because I see so many opportunities of people that look like us that were at that event, been living down there for 5-10 years, living their best life, owning properties, renting them out. Ridiculous. Same thing in Belize, same thing in Puerto Rico. We're just always late to the game. Y'all out here wanting to have G-Wagons to G-Wagon. I'm out here trying to own properties in other countries. We just aren't the same. Majority of Americans aren't paying attention right now. My mom and several of my family members bought a bunch of cows. They were like, oh, it was so cheap. And now they look at the store, how much beef costs. Ooh, they've been doing that for years because they're aware. But y'all ain't aware. So let me see what some of y'all saying in here. I know I'm snapping. Um, you know what I mean? I try not to snap too much in here, but I wish, I just know what's about to happen on some of these people. There's a bunch of people that's going to get rounded up. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. I know a lot. It's 400 people in here right now. And y'all weren't here in the beginning. The feds don't work like that. Oh, I'm going to say this shit on Tuesday online. And they're going to come get you on Thursday. No. I know y'all think I'm coming for that man. I'm not coming for that man, but I'm telling you, there's somebody sitting here just collecting data on him. And every time he keeps bringing that shit up, they're like, what date? 2011? Okay, what date? 2006? Where was he at? How old was he? They're just doing that. Y'all are on the internet thinking y'all dropping gems. Hey, if you just do this little gray man tactic, and I'm calling them gray man tactics because they're in the gray, right? Somebody's like, well, that's unethical, Erica. If you don't make that, you shouldn't say that. Listen, I lived in a household with 3 girls. Me and 2 other girls. One girl made $185,000 a year. She was an engineer. The other girl was a financial analyst and made $150,000. Now, when them credit card applications said household income, they didn't ask for mine. They said what? The household income. That is legal gray area. Are we all dating and married? No. We just 3 women living in a house. But it's the household income. And this is what's going to get a lot of y'all caught up. Y'all don't understand the concept of what they're talking about. You're trying to find some hack when really some of y'all need to get your fucking ass up and go get a job. That's just the truth, right? When I sit here and share all these Tech Tuesday people, well, I don't know. That's not my passion. That's not my passion, Erica. I don't feel passionate about it. Do you feel passionate about eating dog food and living on the streets? No? You probably better find some passion about it and get, again, this is where we're at in our society. We have a lot of people who, I don't want to be uncomfortable at any cost. How did I know what I wanted to do more than anything? When I was working 2 jobs, I was like, oh, no, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to do this. I want to go over here. I want to invest over there. Cool. How did I know next level? When I got uncomfortable, like, I want to get out of Detroit. I want to get out of Cleveland market. I want to get rid of these trucks. I want to go do this. Again, you won't know what you need to do till you get uncomfortable. And many of y'all are trying to be comfortable all day and night. Again, let me repeat what I said in the beginning. Some of y'all missed it and y'all didn't get it. The number one, the sermon I posted, which is almost a motivational speech, right? He's the dude who married Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife. He said, many women look at marriage as the beginning. We're going to build this life together. Houses, cars, kids, future. We're going to build this amazing future together. Many men look at it as, whoo, well, I did all I can do here. You know what I'm saying? I did everything. I guess it's time to get comfortable. And that is the problem as we speak. That's the problem. Many of y'all are trying to be comfortable instead of getting to the matter of this is just the beginning. Some of y'all are 30 and 40 talking about, am I too old to get in tech and do this stuff? Are you kidding me? This is just the beginning, baby. You're going to live to be 80, 90 years old with the way technology rolling out here. You need to have a plan. Better get off this internet looking for these quick, easy scams, wild ass schemes, easy tips. Now, why not put Wendy Williams in there? This ties into it again. Everything you see on social media is not as if. When you sign these record labels and these deals and stuff, and this is why I'm very iffy about social media, people signing these contracts, you're signing your name and likeness away. Prime example, number one example, y'all can go study this for yourself, is Famous Amos. They bought Famous Amos, basically his name and his likeness. And then they turned around and sold it some years later for $1 billion. But what does Famous Amos got? Nothing. Man's broke. I mean, he got some residue, some reoccurring income, but not like the company that got it for $1 billion. And this is the stuff you have to learn. He kept getting in trouble because he kept wanting to put his name on stuff. Sorry, Famous Amos, you sold your name and likeness. Second version of this is Wendy Williams. And this is why you got to be alert. Stay alert, stay alive. There's a reason there's a saying for it. Wendy Williams, it just took several people saying, she's not in her right mind for them to lock up her accounts. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have all your money in one account. Wells Fargo shouldn't be the holder of all your trust accounts. You should have some accounts overseas, some in the islands, some in Georgia, and some little credit union nobody know about. You should be able to access different accounts at all times. At all times. That's why when I tell people in the class, like, hey, you might need to go to 5 banks, they're like, 5 banks? I just want to keep all my stuff in this one account. No, don't do that. There's so many ways I want to tell y'all don't do that. But again, that's my opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you my opinion. Okay. Now Wendy Williams is in disgrace, however you want to say it. Cokehead prop. And they took all her internet and social media and they're basically rebranding it for Sherri Shepherd. Now you're gonna say, how is that possible? How can they take her stuff like that? Because they own it. Because they've been spending millions of dollars in marketing to get those clips up higher. I keep telling y'all, a lot of these YouTube channels y'all see that you think are getting 100,000, 300,000 search views, they're not. Look at their comment section. I've got 400 comments on one of my videos that only has 13,000 views. I went to somebody's video the other day that supposedly had 180,000 views. They only had 20 comments. And then you got old boy over there that y'all say I'm coming for. He buys comments. The comments are on the video before they render. And they're always structured the same. You know how I know? I have Filipino VAs. I have Filipino VAs, y'all, who do this all the time. Not on my channel, because I don't do that. But I know how they structure the comments. It's a paid service. It's not a surprise. It's a paid service. How do I know? The week he was sick, hundreds of comments calling him horrible names. And we got the screenshots. But he was too sick to get them deleted. Y'all, this a lot of this shit is smoke and mirrors. A lot of this shit is smoke and mirrors. And I can never be as transparent as I want to say on here. I can never say half the stuff I want. Why? Because it's defamation. It's hearsay. I'm guesstimating. I don't exactly know. I'm guesstimating. So it's hearsay. You can get sued for defamation like that. But y'all don't understand it. I mean, my people elevate. My people elevate. Elevate, people. And cuss them out. Time them out. Look, again, Tide Capital has 100 pages report. It's crazy. 1099 CPN stuff, all that stuff. Y'all getting crazy. Listen, Big Red hours of office is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Do you know how many emails we got on Sunday from people? I think we had over 27 emails. And I've been for months saying, don't email. We have the away message on the weekends. Wake up on Monday full of bloop, 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 bloop. People can't follow instructions. This is why I'm telling y'all, when I talk about digital real estate and scripting your days, the reason these people are getting caught up, they don't follow instructions. And you saw her own students turned her in. What does that mean? When something didn't go right for them, their own students turned them in. Same thing with Alex Miller. This isn't me doing hearsay. This is legal proceedings. You can Google this up. Alex Miller just got accused for $9 million of credit repair scams. Again. Like, they freeze this shit on Instagram. They freeze it, and then they release it. Why? I want you to understand the difference of what's happening here. He's also in Houston. He has a fortress. He's got attorneys. He's got foundation. He's got other businesses that are separate from that business. I'm not telling y'all anything sketchy or what to do or nothing like that. I'm just saying, if you're a person, you're making a lot of money off this one business, but you know it's got a shaky leg, you might need to let it go. You would be pouring money into your legitimate business. What could be legitimate businesses? Car rental, apartment rentals, house rentals, real estate. But there's levels to separate it. You dig? So again, every one of those names I just named, you can go look this up for yourself. You can look this up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. It's very clear information. You know what I mean, Tim? It's getting ridiculous. Let me see. I also had an interview with a guy over in Sierra Leone sometime this week. So again, Silent Storm. These are the same people 5 years ago. It's not a good time to buy a house. 2 years ago, it's not a good time to buy a house. There's gonna be people every year, every day saying that. I'm actually thinking about putting a separate YouTube channel of us where we just film the construction, the time lapses of the construction of the properties, and go making $1 million in the middle of recession. That's all. Yeah, I knew a woman who couldn't have a bank account for 10 years for a bank scam she did at 16. This is why I said y'all gonna have people renting for the rest of their life. For the rest of their life. Listen, that I want y'all to understand that people are so stupid on the internet. Like, I said something and nobody came for me yet. They're not coming for you today, baby. They gotta build the case, baby. The reason they're not gonna hit the Him 500s and the Alice Miller because those boys got infrastructure on top of infrastructure. They got lawyers on top of lawyers. They got accountants on top of accountants. The FBI got to come talk to their lawyers first. They got to come talk to their accountants. They're gonna match all that up first. Then they're gonna go, but this said over here. Nah, baby, you gotta come talk to my lawyer first. That's why this guy was like, well, Erica, you got a lawsuit. I don't care. I got lawyers. And I got money on top. Listen, when y'all understand this, you can't counsel somebody with the following. I'm not talking about me, I'm just talking about anybody in general. You can't counsel someone with the following. On top of that, once a person knows the math, as long as that person has access to credit cards or 100K in financing, or can buy land, like just bought land lot, put $297 down in Granbury for my private students, you know what I'm talking about, $297 down, flat fee, closed it, start building on it, right? Start building on it. By the time 5 months go by, it's valued now at $500,000 or $350,000 because that part of Granbury is more like $350. Y'all, the math is, y'all don't understand it. This is why you see so many wholesalers going over to government contracts, right? And somebody in the comments was like, "Well, can you guarantee? Can your guest guarantee that I'm a get government contract and be profitable?" Hell no, nobody can guarantee you that. That's some dumb shit. That's why you're not allowed to legally guarantee anything anywhere since the 1960s in lawsuits. What are you talking about? They can't guarantee you health supplements. They can't guarantee you the jab. They can't. Your doctor ain't guarantee you if you got tummy tuck, you gonna look right. But you want somebody online to guarantee you for $100 course, man? You better get the fuck on out of here, man. Yeah, that's why y'all getting out here. That's why y'all getting out here. They're gonna get y'all wrapped up. Yeah, the feds don't have time to come back twice. They're gonna build it up. Same thing. The people Wesley Snipes was working with was so foul and so dirty. They had done this to several people and stole his money, just like Steve Harvey. Problem with Wesley Snipes is, by the time they came, I'd have been like all of them. I'd be like, I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read. They told me to sign this paper against my will. I don't know how to read. I'd have listen. I'd have been in Portugal. I'd have been in Bali, kung fu kicking Wesley Snipes over there. I mean, again, passion these assets. I'm telling you, take your butt to work. Too comfortable. They too comfortable out here. They getting dangerous out here. What else y'all got in here real quick? Let me wrap this up. We had 53 minutes. Oh my God, you got so much in here. Again, I mean, my biggest thing is, y'all, if y'all took all this internet from me today, let's say today you took this app from me, you took all this from me. If you're in my digital real estate class, what did I teach you? Number one, if you take all this from me today, every single app, you took my Instagram, you took my YouTube, you took everything. I have no follows. I'm at 0. I'm going to go up on Podseeker. I'm going to write a little book. How to start over. The struggle, Erica Williams. Making millions and losing it all, Erica Williams. I'm going to write the book. I'm going to go call up I'm going to run through Podseeker. It's got a million out podcasts on there. I'm going to make sure, like when my old girl had me booked on 80 podcasts, in 3 months, I'm going to get booked on 150 podcasts. I'm going to be out there telling my story. Oh my God, took my shit down. Oh my God. Oh Lord, help us. I'm going to be out there with the books. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to be out there. And that's how I would get it all right back. Get it all right back. Get it all right back. Y'all gotta understand. Even if you release the book, go on all these podcasts, You get 30 grand off the book. Go buy you a land lot. Start the new construction. 4 5 months, I'm gonna get it all back. In the meantime, I do what I gotta do. I want y'all to understand that. See, some of y'all out here like, oh, they took my internet. What will I do? I don't need this YouTube to be Erica. When I was out there in Panama, I got 450 DMs. Where's the link? Where's the link to the Panama trip? How can I get on the Panama trip? We didn't even have the trip put together. I got off that plane. I made 4 phone calls for over 2 hours. I made a bunch of calls. Trip was done, put together. Some of us do this in real life on a consistent basis because we know how to talk to people off the internet. Come on. Gotta be smart. Come on. Yeah, Wendy Williams and all the people doing it for so long, it don't make no sense. Make no sense. Spread out. Shit, I have coins buried in a backyard in Virginia somewhere on a farm. These people are crazy. Yes, Desiree, you can buy comments. I've taught y'all that in all my class. If you in my classes, you should know that. But if you not, understand. Do out here buying comments every day. Thank you, Brian. I'm telling you, I go on people's channels, 180,000 views, 100 comments. Really? Okay. But y'all don't, y'all be, Erica, you a hater. You dry snitching. Okay, cool. It's called Gray Man Tactics. I'm almost about to make a whole course called Gray Man Tactics. Get into the tactics. The VAs will give you the game. I've learned so much. Brian, listen. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, but I'm telling y'all, these VAs, listen, some of these VAs should go to jail. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some of them have stole people's whole courses and gave it to another person. I've seen it happen. It's unfortunate, but I've seen it happen. And so y'all gotta be just smart. Again, anybody you pay to do all your work, you need to at least know how to do your work. I don't know. That's hearsay. I can't verify that or not because I don't keep up. This is the thing. I know y'all think I'm joking, but I don't keep up with a lot of these people. It's a full-time job worrying about your damn self. It's a full-time job. It's like, are my clothes washed? Do I need to go over and do this stuff? I'm not married. I don't have a spouse that I could just dump stuff on and be like, girl, wash my clothes. I don't have that, right? And so my biggest thing people I try to get them to understand is like, it's a full-time job worrying about yourself. That's why you script your days. I have this one PDF file, and I may put it in the class or drop it in the Facebook groups, but I literally put out 365 days, right? It's an overview of all the months. January, February, and it's a simple overview, right? Every year we do this boat party. Every year in the summer we do this. Speak at a certain number of conferences every year. Like a conference every month for a year, you're the hottest person out there. Trust me, if you pay attention, that's what some of these people are on. Very easy scripted stuff. Put out a video. Take that video, chop that video up into 10 different videos. While I'm gone, videos will be on this channel. Why? They're going to be from previous content and pre-chopped up stuff. Too easy. If you're in my classes, you should have watched me talk about how we have a big thing, chop it into a micro thing, put their content to. Again, it's a lot. See, listen, Xanatos Clutch, if I told you, it's called, Diamond Dave talks about a lot called dark persuasion. When you are the bad guy, the evil one, the Dracula, right? Easy, and this is easier for women than it is for men. For women, you can go 2 ways. the Cleopatra experience, the amazing woman, the it girl, the awesomeness. You want to see Beyonce in concert. Or you can go victim route, right? If you watch the show The Boys on Amazon, where the Starlight is powerful, but she always plays victim, like, oh, I'm a victim. Help me, help. And this is the route people do. So if you're online and you want people to rally to your side, which I don't have to do this. This happens naturally in my comment. I'm a woman. It just does. If I have 1 or 2 people come in and say some hater stuff, y'all gonna be comments like, hey, leave Erica alone. Leave her alone. Y'all gonna rally to my side. You dig what I'm saying? That is the natural way of people. So if somebody's in a bad PR cycle, they can do 1 or 2 things. If they're a woman, they can get pregnant. I know I'm about to say some horrible stuff, y'all. They can get pregnant. because y'all gonna forget everything and be like, oh my God, look at that baby. It's so beautiful. This is what a current youth Instagrammer is doing right now. She on her second baby. She's trying real hard for y'all to forget that other stuff. Or they get married. I've seen people get married. And then when they broke up, they be like, well, the people wanted us to get married. She got to turn the victim into the victim again, right? If you're a man, the best way I've seen a man do it is he's like, oh, I have a baby on the way. Well, now you ask that guy about that baby, there's no such baby. So were you lying? Or are you just doing it to get the likes, to get people to rally on your side? If y'all know anything about marketing, like I know marketing, I see it every day, play out every day. Every day. And I have to make a decision to myself. Do I want to go deeper into this rabbit hole and spend more money and do all this crazy stuff? Or do I want to just undocument? Because if you're really doing it, you don't have to do all that, right? When I really go over Panama, when I really go out at night, when I really go dancing, when I really go places, you just document it. Now you can tighten it up and make it look better, but really just document. So. Erica, you don't understand how hard life was for us coming up and kids to feed again this summer. We don't even know how you have a boat ride, Queen DM me, so you can help a sister out. Listen, you already know how it is. I know you're joking, but every summer we have the same people crying the same thing. I don't know how to feed these kids. I don't know how to feed these kids. Help. Tyra, check out our videos with Andy Buys Houses. He'll be back on the channel probably later this week. I don't know if I'll interview him while I'm in Vegas, but I may interview him next week. Thank you. They flagged her back in 2019. Legal doc is online. She was done before she started. She just didn't know it. That's that part right there. All that ride or die is about to be ride. I'm telling you, no guarantees, only left. Yes, I said the tummy tuck, baby. These people out here doing stupid stuff. I mean, there's a dude in Georgia talking about or credit repair company. I'm like, you can't start one in Georgia. Stop saying that stuff out loud. Exactly. Thank you, G Major. Hey, money. Listen, Tim Jackson got a brand new studio, y'all. He ain't invite me to his studio yet. I'm gonna make him feel bad. Be like, let me come see the studio. Let me record videos there. Let me record the videos. Let me see what else I got here real quick. Oh yeah, Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit did everything they could to make people forget it. At the end of the day, to get on Fresh and Fit show is $10,000 to $15,000. How do I know? Because I actually know. I have the email documentation to prove it, so they can't never come for me. I'm gonna be like, baby, that's known fact. That's not hearsay. That's not me making that up. Everybody knows that. Several of these people podcasts are like that. I don't know why y'all act like it's a shock. They said this economy bringing family back. Yeah, you gonna go live back with your family. Okay, you gonna go back do it. But anyway, y'all, that's all. Like, really, this game of life is Monopoly. And again, if you in Dallas, they ain't playing in Dallas. Dallas got what? That's the third article I seen in a row where they're building 600 units of build to rent housing. They're not trying to build affordable housing, y'all. The cost price. They ain't trying to do it. Now, spec construction builders can do it. Now, what is a spec construction person? If you pick a piece of land out in the country somewhere, some rural area, and build it from the ground up, yeah, you can get good costs. You can get good cost points. But a builder who's building a whole subdivision, he can't get it that low. He just can't. All right, y'all. He said I could come. Whoop, 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 whoop. But yeah, that's what I have. You're gonna see a lot more of this. I just want to make that very clear. If nothing else, you're gonna see a lot more of these people getting arrested because the FBI and the IRS, they don't work like that. They don't. If you ever watch TV, what's that? Law and Order, NCIS, 48 hours. We're gonna solve this crime. Yeah, they don't work like that. They're more like the TV show Cold Case Files, where something happened 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, and they go, hey girl, how you been? I'm good. Remember that thing you did over there? Yeah, I remember that. Well, we came to arrest you, okay, because see, you didn't do it right. And we just want you to know we here. We here to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta understand, um, you gotta understand that's how this game is played. Right? All this stuff is documented, all this stuff is out here in public. It's not hidden from you. Nobody's hiding shit from you. Even now in Baltimore, they got that TV show out on HBO. Did y'all see it? We're basically to the mountain or to the top or something it's called, where essentially they're just showing where all these corrupt cops and corrupt mayors and corrupt city council, they all knew what was going on. Everybody knew about it. And they can't sue the show because the show says based on true events, right? Even though they know the character, they're like literally saying the character's name and saying the city council people's name and all these people's names. They can't sue them because it's been 5, 10 years later. It's been 20 years later. And so now the government documents on it can come out because it was true. Oh, yeah, that was true. Same thing with, Ronald Reagan. All that stuff about drugs and people like, that's a lie. Now the government's like, well, technically that was true. Yeah, we did. We saw the drugs coming in. We didn't care. Do you know what I'm saying? All this stuff takes years to be able to be for them to say that. Yeah, we own the city is the name of the show. Yeah. Right? It takes years for them to say that. So Tim just said, I told you those build to risk when I was zoning commissioner. They didn't listen to your boy. I'm telling you. So now you got a whole 600 homes that you can just rent. You cannot never buy them. Why? Because they're a good hedge fund. If they're a good family office, which I've already said what family offices is, they'll own them for 25 years. And at the end of 25 years, if they decide to convert the whole neighborhood to homes for sale, they don't care. Because after 25 years, they look like what they're gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? So again, yeah, that's gonna you're gonna see more of that. So you're gonna see more people arrested about 2 to 5 years. Give them a minute. Look at them American Greed shows. Some of them white ladies, there was a white lady on there, blonde hair, running around for 20 plus years, collected like $500 million for some studio that never came to be. I said, all that she was doing, you could have built a studio in your backyard. So again, it's one of those things where you just like, I don't have to tell you because I already know. So after August 23rd, I'm going on break. I'll be back December 3rd, possibly. But I already told y'all what time it is. It's Panama time. It's Belize time. It's overseas time. It's Erica time. But y'all been telling y'all the information for years. Y'all should be about it. You should be ready. If you ain't ready, that is what it is. So anyways, guys, it's your girl Erica from the Classic Line blog. Have a wonderful evening. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. I tried my hard to make it funny and make it informative. But you'll have more people talking about this young lady. Unfortunately, she didn't build a fortress around her. I'm not advocating for people to do illegal or shady work, but we do have things that are in the gray area. And there is gray man tactics that she could have done to build herself a fortress so that they didn't come straight to her home to arrest her. They would have been going through her attorneys and legal staff to draw it out a little longer, as in the Chrisleys, who have lots of legal staff, and it took years for them to kind of get to this argument point of them being convicted. Even when they're convicted, they're not going to jail. They ain't Martha Stewart. They ain't going to jail. All right. So, anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica, Classic Club blog. Later.